do when you need to deposit a check, but you don't want to get out of your jammies? Well, you can use mobile banking. Hey, I'm Amy on A Lolly Life, and you're cool because you don't judge me for talking about something that's a little bit lame, like mobile banking, while in my jammies, which is just a little bit weird. First, you need to sign the check, but probably not with a green ink pen. A couple of things. You have to be on the account that you're depositing the check into. The check has to be made out to you or the bank. Although I think it's kind of weird when people make a check out to the bank to deposit money into their own account, but it's a legit thing. Like, you can really actually do that. I would personally just make the check out to myself if I wanted to move money from one account to another, but it has to be made out to you or the bank. And yes, you still have to sign it even if it is made out to the bank. You need to put for e-deposit or mobile deposit under your signature. First of all, open your banking app and sign in. Click on the deposit check button. That's usually located at the bottom of the app. Different apps have you do these steps in different orders, but they all have the same 5 steps, and that is, choose the account that you're going to deposit it into. Enter the amount of the check into the banking app. Take a picture of the front of the check. Take a picture of the back of the check, and verify the information before you hit send or go. Your app will guide you through the process of what order it wants you to do the steps in. You just kind of have to follow along. So let's go over those steps. Number 1 is you select the account that you want to deposit your check into. And even if you only have one account with them, they still will generally have you click on the account that you want to deposit it into. You just only have one option. Number 2, you put in the amount that the check is made out for. Type in that dollar amount into the app, and you make sure that you include the cents, even if it's .00. Some apps ask for the check number, but this one doesn't. Number 3, snap a picture of the front of the check. You need to place your check on a solid, well-lit surface. You want a good contrast between the check and the background. So a white countertop with a whitish check probably won't work so well. You need a dark background. You click on the Take Photo button. Most apps, they have a countdown timer on the cameras. Once you click on the Take Photo button, it'll start counting down and then automatically snap the picture. You just kind of hold your device steady over the check and kind of center the check in the screen until the picture snaps. If it takes the picture before you're ready, or if the picture comes out fuzzy or in any way unclear, you just simply retake the photo as many times as is necessary until you get it right. Isn't that wonderful? Like, these apps, they love you. They absolutely love you so much that they are willing to let you do this as many times as it takes to get it right. That's like real love. Number 4, snap a picture of the back of the check. The app's going to prompt you to flip the check over, and it shows you where it wants the signature. Make sure that the signature area matches where it's shown on the screen. It'll automatically take the picture again. And if it takes a picture before you were ready, or you forgot to sign the check, or the signature's on the wrong end of the screen, or the picture is unclear, or whatever else, the app still loves you, and it will let you try again and again and again until you get it right. It's amazing like that. It's just so much love. The check must be signed before you make the deposit. If the picture that you took has a picture of it unsigned, it is very possible that that deposit will be rejected and it will not go through. So sign the back of your check and put for e-deposit or for mobile deposit on it. Number 5, you need to review it for accuracy. It'll ask you to check for accuracy. You check and make sure that the dollar amount on the check matches the dollar amount that you say you're depositing, and then you hit go or submit, deposit, drag to deposit, whatever it is, like those kinds of things. It has something. Do that item that makes it like finally go through. And no, you cannot have cash back off of the mobile app unless you know how to make money like appear out of thin air. And if you know how to do that, then just keep in mind, I would like to invest in your company. Sometimes the app's going to ask you if the picture that you took was clear. If it's unclear, then you retake it. Otherwise, you just click keep the picture and submit it again. Once the transaction goes through, you will receive a confirmation on the app. And you usually will receive some kind of confirmation through email as well if you have email notifications turned on. Keep the check until you know that the deposit actually went through. The confirmation that you got, that confirmation code or the confirmation email, is simply a confirmation that they received the information to review. Before the transaction is finalized and the money actually hits your account, it goes through the audit department, and the audit department checks the transaction for accuracy or fraud, or to make sure that you haven't deposited that check twice. And actually, after you deposit the check, it's probably a good idea to make a tiny little rip in the top to remind yourself that you have already deposited that check, and you don't risk depositing it twice, because I'm pretty sure that will get you in trouble. Generally, I get an email the next day saying the deposit went through and it's completed, but you can check your account through your app to find out if the check was successfully deposited. Most checks go in the next business day, but if it's an extra large deposit or something, sometimes it can take a few days up to more than a week, and you just kind of have to check with your bank to find out what their procedure is on extra large checks being deposited. Also, most banking apps have a max limit of the dollar amount for the check, but when you go to put the check amount in, if it's larger than their limit, it won't let you do it. So there's that. Once you have verified that the deposit has actually hit your account, then you can destroy the check the way that you would normally destroy them, by ripping it up or shredding it. Well, that wasn't a very good rip. Yeah, that's how I usually do it. I usually either rip it up or shred them. If you want to feel rich, all you have to do is count all the things that you have that money can't buy, because that is what really makes you rich. And I'll see you next time on A Lolly Life.